Okay, guys. Long time no see. Hope everyone's doing okay. So I'm doing something different today. I actually hopped into a Sandbox map that I've been working on, and this is obviously after the newest update, because as you can tell, it's a square map, and I have some species from the feathered pack, like Dinocyrus and I'm gonna butcher his name, Gelopterus, but pretty big fan of the pack, and this video isn't anything special. Literally, all I'm doing is just chilling and just building and talking. Now, you can see some progress I've made. I actually kind of did this as like a showcase of like just because I originally planned on doing a review of the new update in DLC, but I thought it was kind of irrelevant. Also, the video only would have been like 5 minutes, but because there's not really much to talk about. But if you do want to know my thoughts about the DLC, I'm a massive fan of Sinuropteryx, Dinocyrus, and Uteranus. The Pterosaur, oh, sorry, not him. The new Pterosaur I'm also a fan of. I kind of wish the, even though he's kind of glitching on the rock right now, I kind of wish that the other Parasaurs could use the insect feeder. But he's probably my least favorite of the pack, which is, I mean, he's still amazing, don't get me wrong, but there's only so much you can do with pterosaurs. And as far as the new attractions, love the Viewing Dome, love the log gallery. Oh, we get to see him hunt. Love the new skins and variant customization. I actually can't remember if it was this update that did it or the last one. I rarely play. I barely have time to hop on PlayStation, let alone record and make videos during the school year. But so I kind of get confused on what update introduced what. So yeah, the update's pretty nice. The only thing we're missing is the balloon tour for JPOG. But yeah, this video I'm just gonna build stuff and talk, I guess. So yeah, and also I also got the Lake Cretaceous pack. A lot of people hate it. Personally, I've only hatched the Alamosaurus and, well, actually that's a lie. The only one I haven't hatched from the Lake Cretaceous pack is the Pterosaur. What, Barbadactylus? Yeah. So, but the other ones I'm actually okay with. Alamosaurus takes up so much damn room, and I don't know how I feel about it. But yeah, so we're just gonna be building, and hopefully my game doesn't crash, because I don't know if you can tell by the footage, but it's already lagging a little bit. So, so yeah, okay, so here's my little food court, and as you can tell, I'm playing on the Mediterranean map. So, I guess I'll go over a few updates for the channel. Um, I'll probably be uploading infrequently. I just really love doing these talking videos. I don't know, I just love like spewing my thoughts on certain topics. As you can tell, my Dead Rising video did somewhat decent, and my Malta review, my Malta DLC review, got a few likes, but yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to like brag or anything, but my Viva Pinata video, that as well, got, I think it's almost at 7,000 views, which I know that's kind of minute, but for me that's pretty good. I think my most viewed video is like, God, it was like years ago. I was still in college. Um, it was, what do I want to do with this fountain? Hold on, is there a better centerpiece? No. That wouldn't make sense there. Can I just do, yeah, I guess right there. I can't really think of what to put in this little section. But yeah, my most viewed video on the channel is the Operation Genesis like dinosaur announcement thing because no one had ever done that. That was back in 2017, and I guess people back then, because this is like around when JPOG got announced, so I guess people were like really wanting to look at JPOG content, and also I hadn't uploaded anything in about 4 years, 3 or 4 years at that point. I remember I made a troll video. I made a not really a parody, I guess. Um, I made I got 20,000 views on a Red Dead Redemption video I did. I remember it was so poorly made, which is kind of like looking back is kind of funny. I did a dinosaur DLC video on Red Dead Redemption 1. This is probably back in 2012, 2011, maybe. Um, but uh, there was a lot of talk back then when Undead Nightmare came out for Red Dead 1 that people were like, "Oh, is a dinosaur DLC coming out?" And the a lot of people who played the game, there was a lot of videos back then of people trying to, oh, dang it, people trying to like find these weird, obscure, like not really Easter eggs. I guess you would call them secrets. Like I don't know if anyone remembers like the Blackwater Lake or Iron Lake, lake monster, like the werewolf, the wolf monster, and tall trees, and dinosaurs are like on that list of like, oh hey, this might be in the game, like one of those weird cryptic secrets. And I think the dinosaur fossils in Red Dead 2 are kind of like a nod to that in a way. At least that's what I thought it was. And it's also kind of like a nice little history because around that time, Red Dead 2 takes place in like 1890, and obviously like the two paleontologists, Marsh and Cope, had gotten done with the Bone Wars. But I mean that's getting into like real life history. But essentially I made that video, and I got so many views on it, and people were kind of like pissed because they're like, you just wasted our time, and I don't know. I always thought that was kind of funny, like people, because it had. I mean, there's effort to went into it, but it was like bare minimum. I remember I had like footage from that weird Xbox game, Jurassic the Hunted. I had Operation Genesis. I had Red Dead. I think that was it. And I don't know what people were expecting. Like it was just a stupid video. It is kind of funny looking back. Because I was like in high school when I made it, and and uh, and other people, a lot of people don't know. I don't know how many people have like followed this channel. I've had like 2 or 3 channels before this one. Uh, I remember my first one. What was my first one? I think it was just like my Xbox gamer tag, and I probably need to do another exhibit over here. And I can't remember what my first Xbox gamer tag was because I changed it a few times. And but I do remember my second gamer tag and my second channel name was the Smorpion Kid. And I remember that because that's the name of a pinata, the Scorpion pinata from Viva Pinata. And I did like Terraria videos and Minecraft videos and nothing really, and I think I did JPOG videos. I would usually do the same JPOG videos time and time out. Like a mission walkthrough, and like I had this really funny, well, funny, and dang it, I didn't mean to do that. Funny in quotations here. Well, I would do do these missions in JPOG, Operation Genesis, and just use cheat codes, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'll just finish these exercises in like 30 seconds. One of them is still on this channel, by the way. It's like one of my first videos. It's like, let's not play Operation Genesis. Like, I guess 14-year-old me must have been a comedian. But, But as far as like new projects, obviously this isn't my full-time thing. I just do this as a hobby every now and then. Like I do have um, a life outside of these videos, and I don't mean to like trash talk people who uh, make make videos a lot, because they do it for a living, and some of them have hobbies or like, I guess, jobs and stuff outside of it. But uh, I just did it for funsies, I guess you could say. And that's asymmetrical, dang it. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a whole new map for this video, but it is a pain to get the lagoon and the path like symmetrical, and to get the lagoon symmetrical with the little plaza here took way longer than you would think. And to get this like octagonal exhibit lined up, I think it might even still be slanted a bit. It is a lot. Now I was thinking about doing like another Dead Rising 2 video where I talk about the bosses in that game. Um, okay, if it's still symmetrical, okay, there we go. I might do Tyrannus in this one. That'll probably be cool. Cool little exhibit. But I was thinking about doing like a Dead Rising 2 video on like the psychopaths, because that was actually my first Dead Rising game, and I think it would be kind of cool since the first game is one of my favorites. Uh, and like I said, I just love talking to people and letting them know my opinions on things. I don't mean to say that like in a pretentious kind of way, but it what other ideas that I have? Oh, I thought about doing a video essay. This is gonna sound like a random choice, but um, the Scarface video game, which, good God, like what, 2006 I think it came out. Which I love that movie. Great movie, by the way. Um, and obviously in the game, it's like an alternate ending where Tony Montana survives the shootout and he gets revenge on Sosa. And it was actually so a popular game that they thought about having a sequel, and the sequel got canned. It was going to take place in like Vegas, and there's plenty of videos on it, and I recommend you check them out. They're pretty informative. I think the guy's name is Mafia Game Videos or something, the channel that you can get the information from. And I was thinking about doing a video on that because the story in that game and just the world building and Scarface, or sorry, that game at least, is pretty cool. Like, because the guy who voices Tony isn't Al Pacino, but they got a guy who sounds just like him. Al Pacino handpicked him, and just, it is also a cool concept too. I don't think I'm aware of a lot of what if games. I'm aware of like a lot of how do I say this? For a time there was like a weird genre of I don't even know what you call it, like contemporaneous games, like games that take place within a certain aspect of a movie. The Jurassic Park Telltale game is an example of that, where it takes place during the movie, but it's like on the other side of the island. And the Aliens Colonial Marines is kind of like that, because it's like the rescue team that's called in, and it takes place like during their attempted rescue. what's the and I guess it's not really a game, but Rogue One kind of did that with the rebels on the Death Star, and those are the only examples I can think of. But I think there might be other ones. But but yeah, I was thinking about maybe doing a video on that. The thing is that I lost my copy, and I have to, if I were to do it, I would have to buy another copy, and then that would take so much time, and obviously time is the one thing that's pretty valuable. Uh,